We arrived a week ago and have been staying at my father's place in the countryside ever since. Last week was his birthday, so all of my siblings, nephews, and nieces came here for a few days so that we could celebrate it all together. Despite all the loudness and sometimes chaos that comes from a big family coming together, these days have been pretty wonderful. Every day is just so sunny and warm, and the sky is so blue. It's really nice to enjoy summer weather for a change. After all the cold, rainy weeks in Berlin, laying in the sun is like a dream come true, to be honest. It's definitely the serotonin boost that my brain desperately needed. But after a while, we definitely started to feel a bit of cabin fever, so a couple of afternoons we drove to Lisbon to go see some exhibitions. This one was all about street art with many different artists from around the world. They had a couple of cool things from Portuguese artists as well. The highlight for me were definitely these photographs taken by Martha Cooper in New York during the late 1970s and the 1980s. I really hope you guys can hear me, but there's something going on at the neighbor's garden. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but it's a bit noisy. Sorry, there was a wasp. Yeah, there's not really much going on. I kind of just have been like relaxing and
doing funny things like painting watercolors and making puzzles and spending time with my family and just taking the day slow. I got a summer flu, and there was actually an afternoon a couple of days ago where I got a fever even, which is something that has been happening ever since I got COVID in 2021. Now every time I get sick, I get fevers, which is something that I literally never did before. So the weather has been really nice. There were a few days where it was way too hot, like above 40 degrees Celsius, which for me that's a little bit too much. But besides that, the weather just has been super nice. Today is a little bit windy though. That actually feels kind of nice. It's really nice to come here to the countryside and really slow down, you know? So I kind of just have been enjoying my time here because we don't have that much. It's getting super windy. I'm not even sure if you can hear me. Oh God. I was trying to film outside, but it's a bit too windy at the moment, and I wasn't sure if you could hear me. In a few days we're gonna go to Lisbon. We're gonna spend time with friends and Z's family. I think we're gonna stay there for like a week, maybe a week and a half, and then we are coming back for a weekend before we have to get back to Germany. And I'm quite excited. I love Lisbon in August. It's not as chaotic as other months and seasons. It's usually pretty chill, especially in residential areas. Of course, like downtown is usually crowded with tourists, but every other place is practically empty. Everybody goes away on vacation and stuff like that. I'm also very excited to go to the beach, which I haven't been yet this year. Last year we were really lucky with our beach days. Every time we would go to the beach, it was always like super windy and cold. So I'm hoping that this year is going to be better. And we have a friend coming over from Germany, and I'm also very excited about that. I think it's going to be so fun to have her here with us. So we're going to explore the city a little bit and eat lots of yummy foods. It's also my birthday soon, which I'm not very excited about. I'm usually not very excited about my birthdays though. I don't know. It's not that I don't like to get older, because I actually kind of enjoy that. But I don't know. I guess I always get the birthday blues. I should probably do some stretching. A lot of stuff has grown in the garden this year. So many delicious tomatoes and juicy limes. We usually have to come here in the mornings because there are so many wasps. Like, it's crazy. And now they're waking up. I can hear them already, and it's freaking me out, to be honest. I'm terrified of wasps. The eggplants are a bit acidic, but still delicious. But the stars of this year's summer are definitely the fig trees, which are
filled with figs.
The fig tree there is full of figs. We are leaving for Lisbon today, so I'm packing all my stuff. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. What is it? Oh, yeah, my bathing suit. Yeah, can't forget my bathing suit. Okay. I basically came with 2 bags from Germany, and I'm trying to only take one with me to Lisbon so I don't have to carry 2 bags. I think it's unnecessary. And also the only reason why I divided my stuff in 2 bags was because of the weight, so that I don't exceed the weight on the airplane. But I don't think that my underwear is gonna fit. Oh well, it's fine. It's okay. I'll find a way. Maybe. Okay. That's done. Whew.
Superstitious and no way.
Alright, woke up like an hour ago. Even though I already washed my face, I feel like I need to wash it again. So I feel like ever since we came to Lisbon from my father's house, we kind of just have been non-stop going to all the places, meeting with as much people as we can. And so things have been a little bit, I wouldn't say chaotic, but busy for sure. But it's been super nice. We also had a friend over from Germany, and we had like 5 days where we did like the proper summer Portuguese vacation, which is basically going to the beach and have nice meals. So that's what we did for 5 days, and it was really fun. Anyway, my father actually got me 2 books as a birthday present. I chose the books, and I am very excited. I already started reading this one. I love Mieko Kawakami. I really loved Breasts and Eggs. Yeah, exactly. She just writes amazing books. I mean, this is the second one that I'm reading, so I don't know about the other ones, but so far I've been really enjoying her writing style, or at least what it feels like her writing style, because of course this is an English translation. I am not fluent in Japanese, but I feel like this is really well translated, or at least it feels like it. And I've been really enjoying this story. It's very slice of life. She kind of reminds me of Murakami sometimes. And then this one, oh yeah, and this is called All the Lovers in the Night. And then I chose this other book called The Seven Moons of Mali Almeida. This sounds like a super interesting book because it's supposed to be about a war photographer. Well, it says here that Mali Almeida, war photographer, gambler and closet gay, has woken up dead in what seems like a celestial visa office. Anyway, there's a little bit more text after that, but I'm not gonna read it all. But it sounds like really interesting. Like, is this a ghost story? I don't know, probably. It just seems like super interesting. I've seen some really good reviews about it, so I'm very excited to start reading that one again. I feel like I am finally out of this very long and weird reading slump that I was in throughout the whole year. I think it all started when I decided to do the library card in Berlin, and I saw that very popular book called The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was available to read straight away. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try and read this. I don't know how I will feel about it, if I'm gonna finish it or not, because most books that I start reading, I haven't been able to finish them. And it's not because they're not interesting or not well written. It's just that, I don't know, like, it's just, I feel like my state of mind hasn't been like in reading mode. And I don't know. Anyway, I started reading that book and I read that book so freaking fast. It was really cool. I actually really enjoyed it. I know that it's gotten like very mixed reviews, but I love all those stories set in old Hollywood and stuff like that. So I don't know. I really like that, to be honest. And then after that, I was able to read a couple more books, and I have been reading a bunch of them ever since. I read Crying in H Mart. Brilliantly written, so amazing, the story, and it's a memoir, so I mean, it was really great. I listened to 10 Steps to the Net by Hannah Gatsby. She's basically my favorite comedian of all time. She's such a brilliant writer and comic. I really loved her memoir. I listened to it as an audiobook because I do prefer to listen autobiographies. I mean, if there's an opportunity to listen to the audiobook narrated by the person who wrote it, I always choose to do that. Overall, it was just like a really nice book and I loved listening to it. I also started reading Little Fires Everywhere and I'm enjoying a lot. I'm still at the beginning. I like to read multiple books at the same time, so it usually takes me probably a little bit longer to finish a book because of that. But I like to switch between books when I'm reading. But yeah, I think this basically means that I'm into reading again, which makes me so happy. Anyway, this morning I am in editing mode and I'm gonna go to the beach this afternoon with my sister and my niece. Zay is working today, so he might not be able to join us, but
it's gonna be fun. We only have a few days left here in Portugal, so I want to go to the beach as much as I can. Every time I'm here, I always try to go to the beach as much as possible. Usually I'm working when I'm here, but this summer has been more chill in regards to that. I do feel that the summers where I am able to go to the beach more often, I do tend to get less sick during winter. So I think it's important that I go.
Unexpectedly, this was my last day that I was able to go to the beach due to a sudden weather change. It just became so windy in the days after that. But it was a really nice day. I mean, look at this sunset. And then it was time to go home. My second home.